Morning in 8 minutes. We are getting you ready to get out the door in some fog.
Yeah, Heather, when's this fog going to clear out?
Oh, good news. It takes just a couple hours, but depends on where you live exactly how long. So first off, I'll point out that we do have sun up above the fog. We just had to go up to Ober to be able to find that for you. For some of you sucked into that fog, much of the valley foothills along the mountains there, Tennessee, Kentucky line, we still have those bands of fog. So what we're going to do is work on the next hour. I do think a lot of the valley will start to see it at least thinning out. Then we'll work on seeing the fog kind of fade away into the 9 o'clock hour in the valley. I do think though by 9:30, 10 o'clock, we could still have some of those pockets of dense fog at the Tennessee, Kentucky line. So that would be the next point of improvement to then share what will be a very high UV index this afternoon. So still put the sunshade in the car when you get to work this morning because that sun will come out.
All right, Heather, thanks so much. Well, if you are hitting the road today, whether it's heading home from work or heading out for vacation, expect crowded streets.
The reason why? AAA estimating 72 million people will be traveling 50 miles or more this week. The busiest times expected to be today from noon to 9 and then again Sunday between noon and 6. You'll also want to prepare for long lines at airports. But if you're heading out the door right now, to get to McGee-Tyson, you'll probably catch the tail end of it. Staff there tells us the busiest times for the airport between 4 and 8 in the morning. Now, with just a little more than a month until the start of school, your students may have changes when it comes to their cell phone use. It's one of the dozens of new laws taking effect.
Yeah, we've been following this all week long for you. The law bans cell phones in the classroom with exceptions, but one East Tennessee school district says their own cell phone policy has been successful. Hamlin County Schools implemented a ban last school year on all personal communication devices for the whole school day. Not just cell phones, but also smart watches and smart glasses. Superintendent Arnold Bunch says their policy was created to get more students focused in the classroom, but also to eliminate bullying. He's encouraging districts to consider making their policy go further than what the law requires. Well, the House is working on President Donald Trump's sweeping budget bill after the Senate narrowly passed it yesterday.
Lower chamber could hold a procedural vote today. House Speaker Mike Johnson says he wants a final vote by tomorrow at the latest, so the president can sign the bill by Independence Day. Most Republicans praise it for its tax breaks, like extending 2017 cuts the president introduced in his first time in office, upping the child tax credit, raising some standard deductions, and temporarily easing taxes on tips and overtime. Fiscal conservatives, though, worry it could add trillions to the deficit. Republicans need all but 3 House votes to pass the bill. The Tax Policy Center estimates 60% of the 2017 tax cut money goes to the wealthiest 20% of households in America. The CBO forecasts the bill will cause millions to lose health insurance, and it could make it harder to get food stamps. Knoxville City bus workers are now taken to the streets as the transit union workers work out a deal with Knoxville Area Transit.
Yeah, a union spokesperson says the deal ended Monday and they won't sign a new one until it meets more of their terms. Those talks continue between the transit union representing the bus workers and Knoxville Area Transit. Both the city and CAT say negotiations are still going on and moving in a positive direction. You don't have to worry about whether your bus is running, though. CAT says there are no interruptions to bus service right now. If you are looking to get in the patriotic spirit for the 4th of July, listen up.
The Gatlinburg Sky Park might have the place for you. The park's Festival of Flags is back this year with all 50 state flags, the American flag, and and military flags flying on the bridge right now. The event is open through this Sunday. If you want to see it for yourself, the Sky Park is open from 9 to 9 every day, of course, weather permitting. Gatlinburg getting ready for the first 4th of July parade in the country.
Yeah, it steps off at midnight tomorrow, heading into Friday morning. We're going to be there live, streaming it for you. Gatlinburg's parade has been named a top 10 parade by National Geographic Traveler magazine and one of the 5 best Independence Day parades in smaller cities by livability.com. Our Kyle Granger is hosting our very special online broadcast. You can see it on your WVLT News app. And state troopers are looking to keep you safe out on the roads for the 4th of July.
THP joining multiple agencies in what they're calling Safe on 70. You'll see more law enforcement across Highway 70 from east to west Tennessee this weekend. Officers are trying to stop drunk driving, speeding, and aggressive driving. That enforcement starts at noon tomorrow and ends at midnight Sunday night.
With that, we want to get a check of your first alert traffic on what's set to be one of the busiest travel days.
Yeah, guys, good news right now. Traffic's still looking good out there. I do expect it to get pretty busy this afternoon, though. So if you do have plans to travel, try to get out the door early this morning. Taking a look at some of those hot spots. I-75 at Callahan Drive. Traffic looks good right there. 640 west of downtown. East and westbound lanes also up to speed. An area that we've seen quite a bit of traffic in those westbound lanes is at Liberty Street this week. I-40 as you're headed towards 640, but we're moving right now.
5 minutes to 7, kicking off your morning here again with that fog kicking around, visibility issues, something we'll continue to monitor on into the next hour. And then again, we'll slowly watch this fade away. Views improve over the next couple of hours. Temperatures hanging out more mid to upper 60s, outlining the valleyness right around 70. In and out of fog, Knoxville, Pigeon Forge, Oak Ridge, 69 La Follette, and 66 Middlesboro, to name a few spots here mapped out. But those views improve and the sun will come out and the sunscreen will be reapplied. I'm talking to myself here. As we go through the afternoon, notice it will warm quick from 82 at noon, 87 at 2. High today will be 89. Now a stray pop-up could develop with a couple of clouds that'll be moving by. It is pretty limited, so definitely some good news there as well. Now tonight is when you'll feel the effects of that dipping humidity, since tomorrow morning will actually be a couple of degrees below average. So I'll be tracking patchy fog tomorrow morning, but hopefully you can sip on the coffee tomorrow morning at 66 in Knoxville and 62 Oneida and 64 in Middlesboro. So yes, a couple of milder mornings, a couple of hotter afternoons. That heat wave headed your way with limited rain until the weekend. That's when the humidity starts returning to our area.
All right, Heather, thank you so much. Well, we are headed over to the CW, where we're looking into how some school districts in East Tennessee are keeping up with state-mandated teacher salaries.